anything to just make yourself feel good. There is a realm where God can be accessed in every place. I lived on a street here for, I think, 6 or 7 years that we lived there. For the first 3 or 4 years or so, or 5 or 6, I can't really remember. I did not see sacrifice once. Until one day, somebody called me that there is sacrifice behind our fence. It doesn't really concern me anyway. It's behind the house. I just finished praying. I was so angry in the spirit that I just stormed out of the house, and I saw the sacrifice, heavy sacrifice with palm oil and other things inside it. I carried it with my hand. I lifted it. I said, whoever put the sacrifice here, as I smash it, let his life be smashed to pieces. And I went to the center of the road. I first anointed it, went to the center of the road and smashed it. And it took me bam on the ground. And I went. Only for me to be driving out of the house one day at the junction of our house. It's like a T-junction. I saw a sacrifice there. Early in the morning, in this place that is so quiet. I drove, I moved back, I crushed it. The following day, I saw another one. In this estate. That means a babalawo was entered here. And for a few days, I will perch on our balcony to be watching in the midnight when he will come. For all the days I perch, he didn't show up. He didn't come. The days I decided not to perch, I saw another one. I said, where am I? And I said, Lord, I want to know the person in this area. I want to know the person. Break one of his leg. I'm telling you. I said, break one of his leg. And one day, I just saw the man walking. He was not just walking like that. And somebody that was seated will say, you don't know this man? I said, what happened to this man like this? He said, you don't know him. He's a babalawo that is living at the back. He didn't know the prayer he prayed. I said, Oluwa Bangpa. And if you see the man, he will just go in. Check it. Until that prayer was prayed and he was walking like that. I'm telling you the power of prayer. When we were intermediate, they were spreading corn on the road. And one day I warned them over the microphone. You spread corn, you die. You spread corn, you die. And they never spread the corn again. Until maybe 1 week that we're about to leave. I just saw corn. I said, they already know that we are going. Hallelujah. Give your life and your time to prayer. You see, there are some things that will not follow natural way. You go to church too much. If somebody get to UK now, he can look at you in Nigeria and say, oh, you are just wasting your time going to church to pray. You walk. There, everything is working. Here, nothing is working. We make things work by prayer. We have been to school. We are sensible enough to know what is right and what is not right. It's also there. 1,000, 10,000, and you will not even pay back. Oh, to be long. Oh, my son. Here we live by faith. There they live by plans. the two of them are good. Okay, all of you that are there.
I asked you one question today and you gave me an answer. From the beginning of the month to the end of the month, is it your salary that is paid?
They do that one there. Once you collect your salary, you must plan it. That is why if you are asking them to send money, and they are telling you you don't understand, it's because you don't know how it works there. Here you can approach people for assistance, for support, for help. They will help you. There it is not always so. Experiment. Say, I want to buy something for my daughter. Can I get $1? $1. Well, I'm sorry, I don't have change. I don't have money. I don't have enough. Sorry, I don't have enough. He may have talked to 20 people.
Before only one. It's okay. I don't have enough. They don't always have enough. I think he was telling us about his sister who was
a big shot in the government of Okene State here. A big shot that was controlling money in millions. So one day she decided to relocate. And she
he just met her on the road. He wanted to meet her sister. He said he was shocked.
Sister. He had to call sister's younger brother. And the younger brother called sister. He said, what is the matter? He said that I should not be annoyed that she was actually depressed. Dear, if you don't have good family support system, you are on your own. If you think anytime, it's not allowed there. You must tell the person you want to go and visit before you go. Don't be afraid. I'm not telling you not to relocate. If you want to relocate. It's not that I'm trying to frighten you.
But let it be that it is God that is leading.
I have friends who have lived there 25 years, 30 years, who wants to come back home. I said, we are tired of here. Because it's a monotonous life. House, work, house, work. House, work, house, work. Why not go send the $20? Oh no, to see that $20, it's not easy for him. Except for people who have business or I'm sure you are learning something. If you want to do anything, please plan it. Plan yourself. And while you are planning, never ever joke with prayer. Husband and wife traveled. Most times it's always the idea of the woman. Most times. And while they were there, wife was making so much money and was putting more pressure on the man. And then one day she got up and said, I don't want to see you in my life. Husband, mind your 15 years. That you will see yourself in Nigeria. She wrote a letter to the Home Office. And they came and gave the man. They carried the man. The man said, take it easy, take it easy. Before you take me away, you see her, the document which she's working, they are all fake. It was a man who got all the documents for her before they leave Nigeria as a practicing nurse. He said all the documents are fake. You can please verify. So the two of them,
As I'm talking to you now, the two of them are here.
and they have sold their house, sold their cars, borrowed money from friends. That's why I'm telling you, if she is pushing you, let us travel, show more that kurombi. Advise, because by the time you get there, you begin to meet friends that will now begin to talk to your head. Why is your husband behaving like that? This land is a land for women. If you want to do that, just make sure that none of your document is fake. Because not all men have the mind of God. If I were to be in his shoe, I will, because of the children, never do that. But now all of them. In fact, when you walk like this, stay humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. And never stop praying. I am telling you now, some husband and wife, young people, they are planning exit now. And in the heart of that lady, she wants to go and deal with the guy. Quote what I'm telling you. You will soon hear such news. I told somebody, I said, tell your brother. Okay, I tell her what I need to tell her. You don't need to hear. It's not everything I should tell you. Oh my, I'm sorry, Eshuni. But sometimes out of we marry devils. Men marry devils and women marry devils too. Why will you become so angry? Say, okay. There is no wisdom in it. He could have just left her and reprogram his life. You don't know that life is hard when it is not only you. Life is easy when it is only you. If it's only you, can take any risk. Nobody is put into consideration. Have you ever seen a sensible married man who wants to go to Europe and he follow Morocco, Libya? Have you ever seen one before? It's always young people. It's the age of risk taking. Once you are married, minimize your risk. Consider your wife and your children before you take dangerous risk. Risk is good. It's good for our life. But be careful what kind of risk you take. They were lovers until they got there. You see that country, they separate people. I tell you another story. A story day. In Makoko, we have this young boy, handsome boy, loving boy, got in touch with a girl. So loving, the two of them. In fact, we'll be looking at them and say, oh, what a perfect match. They'll just be cuddling each other. They're cuddling each other on the streets, everywhere. Only for the two of them to travel. It was a girl that sent the boy to prison, 10 years. When they free him, friends gathered around him and said, well, you can always start again. He said, no, I'm going back to Nigeria. I was told he lives in Imota now. Having spent almost 20 years or over 20 years in UK. It was the wife that sent him to prison. What could he have done that warrants sending your husband, father of your children, to prison? Thank God that he has built a house in Imota. Maybe he will have returned back to Makoko. Good friends contributed money in hundreds of thousands of pounds and sent to him to start life. So he started life. I told the person who told me, I said, anytime you see him, I said, I would like to see him. Because there may be other side of the story that we didn't hear. Don't be a wicked wife, even though the man has wicked you. Don't be a wicked man, even though the woman has wicked you. Don't. Once you marry, anybody you marry, you must love the person. Everybody may hate the person, love the person. That's the law. And keep praying. And keep praying for the person. You think marriage is easy. You are being deceived by the things you see on social media. Some people just finish pecking themselves on social media, waving to people. Hi, we are greeting you from the family or so. And the next thing we heard was that they broke their heads. Husband and wife, pastor, two of them. Wife said she's praying upstairs. They live in a duplex. Husband was doing what do we call it now? Online program. Prominent people.
And one of the two of them, they are lawyers, big lawyers. One was jumping and banging it. You know, in those countries,
it's always some are wood. After that scenario, it's Operation Break Bottle. And they are pastors. I'm not, you see, why am I saying this? There is no place the devil cannot enter. That's why you must be on guard, prayerfully. From her heart, from his heart. And wife looking at husband and hating him. That's the wife he claims to love. That's the man she claimed to love. Where is that hatred coming from? Come on, say, from Satan. I've told you, anytime I'm privileged to join people in marriage,
the last thing I always tell them is that, listen, in this life, nothing wants to work. Nothing wants to work. Nothing.
If some people tell you the things they are facing in marriage, you see all this Gen Z generation, it's from their mouth to be hearing, marriage says come. Right? They don't care about anything. A man of God posts something on Facebook, they want to go there, they assess it, they analyze it, they attack the man. And the truth is, no sense in what they are saying, you know. They just feel like they should just attack and just. People have been saying
good things about what somebody posted. You just one of them will just come and say,
okay, go sit down. Let us go and wash.
They just like it.
And walked away. Lord have mercy. Oh, I've talked too much story. Praise God.
Let me just say this so that I can handle. Hindrances to pray. As much as effective as prayer,
it has several things that can hinder it. I just give you 5. And the 5th one is very powerful. Number 1 is unbelief. Your unbelief can hinder your prayer. Without faith, you can't receive anything from God. Number 2 is iniquity, unforgiveness, offense, hatred, anger, envy, jealousy. Anything that puts you against God.
Number 3 is your mind, your heart. Now, that's number 2. Psalm 66 verse 18.
Says, if I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. Number 3 is mind or your heart. Proverbs 4:23, 2 Corinthians 4:4. Number 4, the forces of darkness. I'm talking about things that can hinder our prayer. Daniel chapter 10, verse 12 and 13. And number 5, they make I talk about
Your wife.
I didn't say so, the Bible says so. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. Oh yeah, project it and let's read it. I said this one is very powerful because this one is living with you. He said, likewise, are we ready to read? It's not that they are evil. It's just that most men are not wise. It's not they are what? I said it's not that they are evil. But most men are not what? Oh yeah, complete it. Are not wise. He said, likewise, you husband, dwell with them according to knowledge. Now, if you are married, study the woman. Gra gra. Kokipu ileo. He said, don't remove it. I'm not finished. He said, dwell with them according to what? Knowledge. Giving what? Honor unto the. If you see some of us respecting and honoring our wife, don't look at us and say we are Mugun. It's what we know. Me, as you are seeing me, I want to pray and nothing should hinder my prayer. I said today is a day of story. Let me complete. I will now share the story. Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, as being heirs together of the grace of what? Part of the grace you are enjoying in your life is that woman in your life. One in law. Now I'm talking to the men now. Then get for handle, but dwell with them with what? Knowledge, wisdom. Study them. In fact, they are course as you see them. So, I mean university course. Not that a guni months on you. They are university course. Some of them are medicine that you have to study them. Some of them are accounting. You have to study them. Some of them are psychology. You have to study them. So when you study them well, and you master the, of course you won't graduate, but just keep studying. Because today the woman can look at you and say, you are the best man in the universe. Your head will swell. Oh, and she's not lying. Another day she can just look at you and say, useless man. Is this what your mates are doing? And the truth is, she doesn't mean what she just said. It's just anger. So if you are not operating in knowledge, you will now carry that one and put for your head. they mean? Except the woman doesn't love you in the first place. And except you yourself, you are not working on yourself to at least to be a well-behaved somebody. Did we finish reading that, Abby? Did we? Where is that one? Aha, we didn't finish it now. It says that your prayers be not what? So if your wife is hindering your prayer, you are the cause. It's not her. You are the what? You are the cause.
She's not the one. So when she says something with this, what's this fucking
Kálàfíà jọba nulẹ̀ ẹ̀. Jukolo jẹ̀fọ́. Kankan aga fún. Adalaga joko. If you understand, you understand. If you don't understand, don't bother. We are going to rise up. Ẹ̀mọ ìyàwó náà de kan aga fún. Nígbà tí ó ṣe nọ́mà. Ẹ wá aga fún. Agbọ́. Daddy jókòó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mò ń bọ̀ o. Bami, make sure pé kò ń ṣe pé ẹjọ́. Make sure pé o tọ́ ẹ̀fọ́ yẹn kí n tó dé o. I went to dedicate one house in Ikeja, massive house. And my friend who owns the house now told me, said, my father-in-law said he would like to see you. I laughed. I said, he said, I said, he won't be able to see me. He said, no, please, you should try and make yourself available. I said, no call. One need you worry me. I said, they won't allow her. They won't allow him. He said, who? He said, who are they? I said, that woman. If you see the woman, beautiful. I said, I don't understand. He dragged me to one side. I said, I don't understand. I said, that woman you are looking at is a principality. I said, if care is not taken. And I told him, I said, when you do your wedding finish, this woman will cook, bring different soup. I said, if you eat, I said, you see that man? I said, B. Now so you go B. He said, no, what are you saying? I don't understand. I said, you won't understand until you eat. I told him, I said, and now from today, after the marriage, I gave him 3 instructions. I said, she is going to ask you for money. You see, God just loves some people. I said, don't let the people
from your hand go and it's a big bank. I want to finish the marriage.
They went for honeymoon as a return. And she's a caterer. Say, pastor, the body got him on one lay. Monitor by jet or the wrong. And when they return, she will go to work. By the time she comes back, he comes back. The wife will say that I've prepared the food to eat. Say, no, he has eaten in the office. And that went on for 2 weeks. So the lady got angry. So what is the meaning of this? You don't want to eat what my mother cooked? He said, not that. She just packed everything in the freezer. Inside dustbin, warm. Before God of heaven, I stand. I am not adding and I'm not subtracting. And then they did not eat. So that one failed. Second strategy. Money. He works in VI. He has a colleague that works in Festac. The woman lives in Festac. The woman asked for money. He had already packaged the money to give to the driver to go and give to the woman. He now remember what I told him. He said, he now called his colleague in their Festac branch. Can you please arrange social amount of money? Give it to your driver to go and give it to social person in social address. within that vicinity, they live there. And then I was okay, no problem. So the guy sent his driver, went to deliver the money, and the woman said, from where? He said from, he now mentioned. So he now called the woman that I've sent my friend to help you bring the money. She rejected the money. She rejected the money. She said, no. She rejected the money that she should go back, that she should be the one to bring the money, to send the money. Second, third. Every time this thing happens, he will call me and say, see what happens. I said, relax, the third one is coming. And what was the third one? Food has failed. Money has failed. I said, she's coming for an attack spiritually. And I said, if she's not careful, she will die. And he had a dream one night that he was standing in the dream, and the woman came and carried something in her hand, whether a stone or something. Said they want to stone him. And he was now telling her, don't stone me, don't stone me. Said, I will stone you, nothing will happen. All these things back with prayers. He just carried the thing, throw at him. And a pillar just appeared in front of him. And the thing hit that pillar. I said, you know what happened? I said, that thing he threw, it was meant to put you in sickness and ultimately kill you. And the pillar that appeared is Jesus. I said, watch it. The woman will fall sick and it will be terrible. And before God I stand, following day of that event, they called him that they rushed her to the hospital. She was in that condition for 3 weeks. I said, the way I'm saying this woman will die. He was even asking me that I should come over so that we can go and pray for her. I said, in conscience. You know, when some people escape some danger easily, they will think there is nothing inside. Exactly the third week, she passed. I said the final thing will happen. Okay. I just want us to pray now. Because of who you are, I give you glory. Because of who you are, I give you praise. Because of who you are, I will lift my voice to praise. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Lord, I worship you. Lord, I worship you because of who you are. Because of who you are, I give you glory. Oh Lord, because of who you are, I give you praise. Oh, because you are, because of who you are, Lord, I will lift my voice and sing. Oh Lord, I worship because of who you are. Oh Lord, I worship you. I worship you. Oh Lord, I worship you. You are. We enjoy preservation because of who Jesus is. Is the reason for our confidence. Without him, I believe good mothers protect their children. But what about the ones that have transacted them? covenanted them to the devils. A guy used to be in our church before. Maybe one of you will remember. He's a bouncer. He's big like this. When we're intermediary. The father had 32 children. 32 children. All of them died one after the other, remaining only him. And you know why he was spared? I believe he was raised in the house of a reverend, a man of God. So the covenant of longevity that was upon that man rubs off on him. He's still alive as I speak to you. And it was the 32nd child. So it was the 31st child. So all the 30 in front of him, they are all dead. And the one behind him, the only one behind him, they are all dead. Not as babies, or grown-ups. Unfortunately, even himself is not a serious person in prayer. The wife that dragged him to church, now so beaten, they beat the woman. Until one day I was told, I said, as big as you are beating this tiny. I said, the day you lay your hands on her again, your hand will be like this. I said to you, it may look like a threat. And when I'm serious with some things, I am serious. I said, your hand will be like this. You'll be walking like this. I said, you will never be able to use that hand again. I said, if you think I am joking or I'm making mouth, try it. I will not know when you will try it, but I will know when I see your hand like this. After a few months, I called the lady. How far? Is this? He said, no. So he just shout, he just scream. He will do like this. He will do like as if he wants to hit her. I said, maybe he's remembering. I know women are stubborn. I'm sorry to say that anyway. But you need wisdom. So that your prayer be not what? Oh, back of a man say wala for nothing. Love them. Can you respect? Mumo. Respect Okene we no nwa. You think the mothers of those days, they are the same as ladies of these days? No. In those days, they can just bring somebody from anywhere and say, this is your wife. And the two of them will live together for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. But now, you are the one who went for hunting. When you see some men, their faces are shining, you think their wife are not stubborn. They only develop wisdom so that you don't hinder. What are you looking at? You don't want to
They are
But I thank God for Abasheke. He has. Understanding all the trouble he used to trouble you, it doesn't trouble you. Now, if we talk about some people now, they will get angry. I can talk about them. I won't talk about any other person. They will not get angry and say, is he talking about us like that? And they will call somebody whose life is not working at all. He said, can you hear what he's talking about me? Their life is working. That's why I'm using them as an example. I told you my own story. You love to hear my story, Abi. In those days when we started, I will carry akpoti. You know what they call akpoti? That small box, stool. I will sit down. She will sit down. You will kill me. Yeah. You are cursing me. I said, I'm not cursing you. It's not a curse. She will get angry. I was catching fun. But the thing was, one day I answered and I said, are you okay? I was asking myself, are you okay? I back with my baby. She want to worry. Oh yeah, so anyway. Mo wan live fún ẹ. So I came back and I became gentle. She was wondering, why is he gentle now? I didn't say I'm sorry, because I learned that much later. It's not that I'm proud. I just find it difficult to say sorry. So for me to have reason to come and say sorry, I would rather do everything never to be at fault. I still try to practice that one till now. And it's not me, I will answer you. It's not. So if I'm telling you anything, I am speaking from experience. 26 years, we don't try small. For where will you get it? I've told you that people that were not raised in the home where there is I love you. I say. I say it now. But back then, I didn't say it. In fact, if there is any argument, I will turn it to comment. Is it not better that it ends in comedy than we are now sitting talking? You see, most times the thing we will talk about is they are always the thing we have been talking about. You understand? So sometimes you just have to learn to grow to manage the situation, the shortcomings. You see, that's a sign of growth. You are now able to live with that person with that inadequacies, and then you are not. It doesn't move you again. The thing that he used to say that will make your head scatter, he will say it to you. You just be laughing. When I was much younger, I'm sorry, I'm taking your time. When I was much younger, I used to have a very big eyeball. I don't know whether it's still there, and it's not there. My eyeballs were so big that when people look at it, they'll call me all manner of names: Globe, Olojula, Olojuede, Olojueja. All I will fight. The ones I can beat, I will beat them very well. And the ones I can't beat, I'll just get angry and walk away. Until one day somebody saw me, a lady. He said, how I love this your eyeballs. It's like I should just remove it and put it in my eyes. For the first time, somebody was telling me, I love your eyeballs. What is this? I love it. There must be something about it. When I change my perspective towards what they say, they all stop calling me those names. When the names they call me no longer move me, as long as what they were calling me was moving me, they continue. And now begins to see different people telling me, I like your eyeball. That's why I'm asking whether it's still there. It's not too visible now. Oh, praise God. Yeah, listen. I began to wonder. And I saw somebody with so tiny eyes like that of chicken. So tiny. Everything you have is a blessing. Everything you have is a gift. If you are slim, is a blessing. If you are fat, is a blessing. If you are tall, is a blessing. If you are short, is a blessing. There is no disadvantage